Good afternoon, I'm Raine Musñgi. This is Newsfeed. The Philippine Stock Exchange managing to book slim gains, the main index rising 6 points or about 0.1%. That's following volatile Tuesday as investors braced for more third-quarter earnings reports. Value turnover coming in at 5.3 billion pesos, advancers beating decliners 99 to 94. Among the most active stocks, BDO, Ayala Land, and BPI. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas reports a five-fold surge in earnings driven by higher revenues and lower expenses. The central bank's net income soared over 400% as of July, reaching 95 billion pesos. That's up from 18.5 billion last year. Revenues rose nearly 60% to about 191 billion pesos. Miscellaneous income, including trading gains and fees, jumped by 329% to 50 billion pesos, while the BSP reduced expenses by 8% to 126 billion. Globe Telecom, led by billionaire Jaime Augusto Zobel de Ayala, is eyeing an external candidate to replace longtime President and Chief Executive Officer Ernest Cu. The Managing Director and CEO of Airtel Nigeria, Carl Cruz, has emerged as the front-runner to lead the largest telecom company in the Philippines. That's as the 64-year-old Cu is set to retire after 15 years in Globe. Earlier this month, Cruz reportedly resigned from Airtel, Africa's second-largest telecom operator, to return to the Philippines. Prior to joining the telecom industry, Cruz spent over 30 years as an executive of Unilever. The government is set to construct a giant transport hub to rival the size of the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange. The government service insurance system says the facility will be built on its 3-hectare property at the corner of Elliptical Road and Commonwealth Avenue in Quezon City. The Transportation Department, with the help of the World Bank, will be responsible for planning and financing of the so-called Project Hub. It is scheduled for completion by 2027. U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris again calling for an increase in the federal minimum wage. At a campaign stop in Michigan, Harris said the current rate of $7.25 an hour is poverty wage. This comes a day after her election rival, Donald Trump, campaigned at a McDonald's restaurant where he did not directly answer if he would support a wage hike. McDonald's, meanwhile, clarifies it is not endorsing any candidate in the U.S. presidential race. The fast food giant explains it agreed to host Donald Trump at its store in Pennsylvania since one of its core values is to open doors to everyone. But McDonald's stresses the company does not endorse candidates for elected office and is neither Republican nor a Democrat supporter. And before we go, here are today's market winners and losers. And those are the news this hour. I'm Raine Musñgi. We now bring you back to the House Quad Committee hearing into the drug war.